Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to begin with exercise 1.2. So the first question is, which of the following examples are null sets? Null set means empty set. Null set means empty set. That is 5. Okay, so first is set of odd natural numbers divisible by 2. Now there is no natural number which can be divisible by 2. Only even numbers can be divisible by 2. So set this first set is a null set. Okay, second set of even prime numbers. Now even prime number is 2. So the only element in this set will be 2. So this is not a null set because there is one element. Third, x such that x is a natural number where x is less than 5 and x is greater than 7. Now a natural number cannot simultaneously satisfy these properties, which is like it cannot be this greater than 7 and less than 5 at the same time. So this is a null set. Now y such that y is a common point to any of the parallel lines. Now parallel lines are of this way. Say let it be L and M. Now L is parallel to M. That means they do these lines cannot meet at a common point. These lines do not meet at a common point. So when there will be no such point where these lines meet, that means this set will have no element. So this will be a null set. Okay, now we have question number 2. Which of the following sets are finite or infinite? Finite sets are the sets which have finite number of elements and infinite sets have infinite number of elements. So the first is set of months of a year. So we know there are 12 months in a year. So this is finite set. Finite set. Now this is the set of natural numbers which is given to us. Now these natural numbers are infinite. So again this set will be infinite. Now we have natural numbers beginning from 1 and ending at 100. Now these are finite numbers. So the set will also be finite. Next we have the set of positive integers greater than 100. Now the lower limit is given to us, that is the numbers are going to begin from 100, but we are not given that where will these numbers end. So again these numbers will be infinite. So this is a infinite set. Next we have the set of prime numbers less than 99. Obviously this set is going to be finite because prime numbers less than 99 are countable. They are finite numbers. So this set will be finite set. Okay, so now we have question number 3, which says state whether each of the following set is finite or infinite. Now the first is the set of lines which are parallel to x-axis. So if we have a graph like this, this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. So now there can be infinite number of lines which are parallel to x-axis, right? There can be set of infinite number of lines which are parallel to x-axis. So the set 1 is infinite set. Similarly, we have part 2. It says the set of letters in the English alphabet. Now the alphabets start from A and they end at Z. So they are finite in number. That is why this will be a finite set. Set of alphabets will be a finite set. Okay. Now we have the third part. The set of numbers which are multiple of 5. So multiples of 5 can be 5, 10, 15, 20 and so on. That means the numbers which are multiples of 5 are infinite in number, right? So this set will have infinite number of elements. That means it is an infinite set. This will be a infinite set. Infinite set. Now we have part 4. It says the set of animals living on the earth. So the set of animals living on the earth is a finite set because the number of animals living on the earth is finite, although it is quite big in number, but still the species of animals living on the earth are finite in number. So this will be a finite set. We have part 5. It says the set of circles passing through the origin 0, 0. So we have this origin with us. This is the origin, right? This is the y-axis. Now we can have infinite number of circles which are passing through this origin, right? So on we can have n number of circles which are passing through this origin. So this will be an infinite set. Okay, so now we have question number 4, which says in the following set state whether set A is equal to set B or not. So the first part we have is the elements of the set A that are given to us is as follows: A, B, C, D. Similarly, set B has D, C, B, A. Now we have already discussed that the order in which the elements of a set are listed is not significant. That means the order of the elements of a set does not matter. So set A will be equal to set B because all the elements of set A are also present in the set B. Also, the cardinality of set A or the cardinal number of set A is equal to that of set B, which is 4. So we can say that set A is equal to set B. Next part is set A is given to us as 4, 8, 12 and 16. Similarly, set B is 8, 4, 16 and 18. Now in set A, the elements are 4, 8, 12 and 16. So the element 12 belongs to A, but 12 does not belong to B. Although the cardinality or the cardinal number of set A and set B is equal, still 12 belongs to A but 12 does not belong to B. That means set A will not be equal to set B. Why? Because the elements of set A are exactly not similar to that of set B. Okay. The third part is set A is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And what will be the elements of set B? It says x is such that x is a positive integer and x is less than equal to 10. It says x is less than equal to 10. Now it says x is a positive integer. Okay, so we will not include 0 because 0 is neither positive nor negative, right? So we'll begin with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Why have we included 10? Because it says less than equal to, right? So we'll include 10 also. Now you can see the cardinal number of set A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is equal to the cardinal number of set B. Also, all the elements are exactly similar. So we can say that set A is equal to set B. Similarly, we have the fourth part which says x such that x is a multiple of 10. So the elements of set A will be of the form 10, 20, 30, 40 and so on. Similarly, set B will be, it says 10, 15, 25, 30 and so on. Now if we notice, now 15 belongs to set B 15 belongs to set B, but 15 does not belong to set A. Now there similarly 25 belongs to set B, but 25 does not belongs to set A. So we can say that set A is not equal to set B. So here we complete our question number 4. Now we have question number 5. It says, are the following pair of sets equal? So if yes, we need to give reasons. Okay, so first part given here is set A has the elements 2, comma 3. Now set B has x such that the solution of x such that x is solution of x square plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. So we need to find out the solution of this equation given to us. We'll write it. It says x square plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. So we can write it as x square. Now 5x can be written as 2x plus 3x plus 6 is equal to 0. Similarly, we'll take x common. What do we have? X plus 2. Similarly, we can take 3 common. We are left with x plus 2 is equal to 0. So now we have x plus 2 and x plus 3 is equal to 0. Right? So from here we get x is equal to minus 2 and x is equal to minus 3. What are the solutions that we are getting? X is equal to minus 2 and x is equal to minus 3. So the solution set B will become solution set B will be minus 2 minus 3. Now although the cardinality of A and B are equal, but the elements are different. That is why set A will not be equal to set B. Similarly, we have the second part. It says A is equal to x such that x is letter in the word follow. So we'll enlist all the letters in this word. So we'll have F, O. Now L is repeated. It will be listed only once. Similarly, O is repeated. We have already listed it. So the next alphabet will be W. Similarly, V is given to us as Y such that Y is a letter of the word wolf. So no letter is being repeated. So all the letters will be the part of the set. Right? Now the cardinality of set A and set B is same. That is 4. Also all the elements are exactly similar. That means set A will be equal to set B. Okay. So we have revised question number 4 and 5. We have discussed in detail how to find out whether the two sets given to us are equal or not, whether they are finite or infinite. Fine. So in the next video, we will begin with what is subset and how do we incorporate it in further questions.